I always do that. What, you think this is my first time actually working with this piece of thing?
Yes. No, I'm just kidding.
Listen. No. Oh, I missed that.
Easy does it. There you go.
That's something.
This definitely was a very interesting time during the show's history, just because I was doing a lot of solo shows, but I was having to find new ways to keep the show entertaining and also keep the listeners entertained, because that's your job as a radio host, is you want to keep the listeners locked in from the start of the show right up to the end. And there were times at night where I was just struggling to do that. I was just not feeling the motivation to do the show. So a lot of times I felt like I was just shoving content down listeners' throats. It just wasn't good radio. It just wasn't good publicity. But when I started to get people on to guest host with me, that was a big game changer. I had my friend Becca Photo on, and she loved Green Day, so she ended up bringing her Radio Revolution record, and that was one of the shows that we ended up doing, which was a lot of fun.
August 23rd, 2022, Lyndonville, Vermont.
You know, Alec, I saw you like a couple of days ago and I said hi to you. I was like, hi, and you were like, hi, how are you? And then just kept going.
I was coming back from a workout session from the gym in the fitness center that we had on campus. This girl comes walking up and she starts a conversation with me. She goes, hi, I'm Ava Conklin. Nice to meet you. And I was like, hey, what are you up to? Where are you headed to? And she's like, oh, I'm going to the dining hall. And I was like, cool, I'll tag along with you. I was gonna go back to my room and mix and master something, I don't know, but I decided, why not? I'm near dining hall. Here's somebody new to talk to. Cool. Let's do this and see where it goes. So we ended up sitting together. We had a nice long conversation about music and just life in general. I had asked her, I do radio. Do you want to try out doing some voiceovers for the station? And she was like, yeah, absolutely. That'd be a lot of fun. So we went back to my room. I sent her the script. We hit record. She just went off and recorded the script. It was beautiful.
From Mayday Parade to We the Kings, we play it all. This is Wolf Den Network. This is the Wolf Den Network. From Paramore, Billie Eilish to All Time Low, we play it all. You're tuned in to the Wolf Den Network. We play all the artists that make up the alternative genre. This is the Wolf Den Network.
To hear her do the delivery after only looking at the script for not even a full day, just for about 5 to 6 minutes, I was blown away. Here's somebody who has never been in radio, but is obviously a really good talker.
It's the show with the most bands and bands, and it plays right here on the Wolf Den Network on Fridays from 4 to 6 p.m.
Yeah, DJ, drop that needle. 3, 2, 1.
It's a show that takes you on a musical journey from the old golden days of radio to the current. This is Vinyl in Your Pocket with Alec Wolf and Ava Conklin. For more information and to get involved with the broadcast, go to facebook.com/vinylinyourpocket or visit instagram.com/vinylinyourpocket. And now, dropping the needle and spinning the turntables, here are your hosts, Alec Wolf and Ava Conklin. We are live to you tonight from Beecher Falls, Vermont. Welcome everybody to Vinyl in Your Pocket as we finish out my 80s film playlist. What a show this is going to be. We've got a guest on with us. We got some announcements to get to as well. But without any further ado, let's kick this off, kick some incredibly dope shit, and let's get into some facts before spinning some tunes. The first song we're going to play tonight is Let's Dance by David Bowie. The song was featured in the movie Pretty Woman, which came out on March 23rd. It is the title track of his 1983 album of the same name, co-produced by Nile Rodgers of Chick. It was recorded in late 1982 at the Power Station in New York City. With the assistance of engineer Bob Clearmountain, Rodgers transformed the song from its folk rock origins to a dance number through studio effects and new musicians Bowie had yet to work with. Bowie hired then unknown Texas guitarist Stevie Ray Vaughan, who added a blues edge, embracing rock, funk, dance, new wave, and post-disco. The full-length 7-minute track features numerous solos, including trumpet, saxophone, guitar, and percussion. Several music elements, from the bass line and the breakdown, were based on Rodgers' work with Cheek, while the rising vocal intros were taken from the Beatles' version of Twist and Shout. The lyrics describe a couple dancing under the moonlight and possess a sense of peril and ominousness. Released as the album's lead single in full-length and edited formats, Let's Dance became the biggest-selling single of Bowie's career, topping the charts in numerous countries, including the UK and the US. The song's music video, filmed in Australia, provided commentary on the treatment of Aboriginal Australians, using the red shoes from a line to symbolize their abuse. Bowie performed the song throughout the 1980s and early 2000s during his concert tours. Viewed as one of Bowie's most popular songs, the song has received praise for its catchiness, accessibility, commerciality, and production, and has appeared on lists of his best songs. Let's Dance has been covered, sampled, remixed, and performed by other artists, and has made appearances in films, video games, and television commercials. So with that being said, let's kick it off on this Wednesday evening, live on location with David Bowie and Let's Dance. This is Vinyl in Your Pocket.
Put on your red shoes and dance the blues. Let's dance to the song that's playing on the radio. Wild color lights up your face. Let's sway through the crowd to an empty space. If you say run, I'll run with you. If you say hide, we'll hide. My love for you would break my heart in two. If you should fall into my arms, tremble like a feel the grace fall. Feel tonight is all. You could look into my eyes. Under moonlight, this serious moonlight. And if you say run, I'll run with you. And if you say hide, we'll hide. Because my love for you would break my heart in two. If you should fall into my arms and tremble like a flower. Put on your red shoes and dance the blues. The serious moonlight.
This is the Wolf Den Network. Here's what's happening.
Live
on a Wednesday evening. Vinyl in your pocket for its fourth remote, I believe. Fourth or fifth remote now. I don't know. I've lost track. We've done so many. Not for this show in particular, but just in general. As Ava mentioned, we've got a guest on with us tonight. If you remember, I'd say 3-4 weeks ago, with our Mac Miller Divine Feminine show, we had Kylie Tracy on air with us via phone lines. Not only do we have her in person, but we've decided to turn her kitchen area into like a little mini studio. So, with that being said, Kylie, welcome to your first official in-person vinyl in your pocket.
Hi.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be exciting as we continue to and finish out Ava's 80s playlist. I feel like you could get a tongue twister going, and it's so weird saying that because I said that during the Arctic Gorilla show. If you say Ava 80s, like I don't know, I just feel like this is a funny thing if you say it really fast. But here we are. David Bowie, Let's Dance. It's funny because when we had Joe on a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago now, we had talked about that song in particular and how that song was just a thorn in our side because our high school, they would always play, the music in passing time between classes when you're going through the halls. And it was just funny because they would always play that song and it just got so annoying after a while. And this is one of those things where you got to learn to love it, in a sense. But yeah, it's really interesting. So we've got a lot to get to on the show tonight. Of course, here on location from Beecher Falls, Vermont. This is kind of cool because this is borderline New Hampshire, borderline Canada. You joke with me, Kylie, and you're like, oh, I can walk to Canada. So we know what Kylie likes to do in her free time. Just one of those things.
Oh, yeah.
It's great because we've also got a cat here, a cat Aroma. Her cat's name is literally Aroma. It's the cutest thing ever. And she is such a purring, lovable feline. I love the collar that she's got on her, and it's almost like and the dog tag that she got on her. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I've never seen a cat with that. That's a unique way to keep track of your cat.
Well, the bell helps too, so.
Yeah. Oh, she's got a bell too?
Yeah, there's like a bell on it, so I can hear her wherever she's at.
I love that.
Yeah.
That is cool. I love that for you.
Yeah.
So this is going to be interesting because you are always the one to tune into these shows and you always comment on this during the shows. But can we also just mention that Ava Conklin is up in the cat tree?
She looks good up there.
Ava's just chilling like, hey, I'm just here vibing. I want to vibe. There's a reference to one of Ava's playlists, by the way. It's beautiful. Absolutely. So yeah, that's that. I was actually texting Matt Conklin probably an hour ago, maybe a little earlier than that, but it was funny because I had texted Matt and I said, here's tonight's vinyl in your pocket setup, but here's a question. But the question is, why is Ava up in a cat tree? Can you explain that? I don't know who had the idea to put her up there, but it's a really clever idea. And it's funny because I feel like it's just something Ava would do. She would just, I don't know. Oh man.
Next week is going to be a fun show. We're going to get into that. Plus, I'm super excited. Last night, I had quite a time with my record collection. You know all about that.
Oh yeah.
For now, we'll just let it be. We'll get into that coming up in a bit. Beatles fans, that should be a hint. If you've seen my Facebook post, you probably will know what it's all about. So we've also got some new listeners tuning in tonight. So I want to say hi, first of all. Second of all, have you guys ever drank pickle juice and milk together? It's really good. It's really good. It tastes like V8.
It's not good.
Oh, it's so good.
No, it's not.
Oh, jeepers. Last week, we did a little road trip. Went to Colebrook, New Hampshire, and we were all just sitting around. And my new buddy, Mr. Troy over there in good old Colebrook, I'm giving you a shout out, man. I don't know what he was thinking, but I don't even know. He was just like, oh, I wonder. I don't know if he was like, I wonder what it would taste like, or like I don't even know how he worded it. But then I was like, oh, that would be really good. I was like, I kind of want to try that. So he literally took some still pickle juice, and milk, mixed it together, and there we go. You guys want to see the video? There's a full video up on my Facebook. There's also a video online over on YouTube. It's hilarious. It's great. We also ended up having a lightsaber battle. And it was interesting because a lightsaber that was together is no longer together. There's no more tips.
Alec lost that battle.
I did. Although Troy's lightsaber was already broken as it is.
Well, you just made it better.
Count on me to break a lightsaber. Oh, it's funny because me and my nephew would always have lightsaber battles every single time when we were younger, and we never broke them. But but what happened was they'd get dented to shit. Like it was just hilarious, and it was one of those lightsabers that like extends, so you like pull it out of your pocket or whatever, your back pocket or whatever, and just whip it out, and it just right out. And it was just so funny because this thing was so dented, you could like bend it. It was great. Really clever. Oh man. Love it. Wow. So I'm going to attempt to pull up Ava's playlist here on the good old computer. And we're just gonna rock and roll. Last week's show was pretty fun. The film 80s film series part 1, that was pretty fun. If you haven't checked that show out, feel free to go and check it out. If you are tuning in live right now, feel free to text in 802-582-1050. If you're connected on Facebook, facebook.com/vinyl in your pocket, Instagram/vinyl in your pocket. Oh my goodness. And of course, feel free to text in 802-582-1050. Again, we're live here from Beecher Falls, Vermont. It makes me want to say Plastic Beach so much because there's just so many like there's so many funny references there. So yeah, that's what I gotta say to that. All right. So I'm just looking here at stuff that we haven't played here off of Ava's playlist, and I think we've done a lot of these already. Yeah, we've done all of these here. All right. So, why don't we get into some more facts here from Ava? Moving right along here tonight, and we're gonna keep rocking and rolling. We'll get to some announcements for you. We'll get to some updates for you as we go along here, and here we go. Let's get into this for your Wednesday evening.
Hey, this is Ava Conklin. Unleash your inner music lover with vinyl in your pocket. Hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. I'm Ava Conklin alongside Alec and Kylie tonight. So coming up next, we've got some major announcements for some upcoming shows. But for now, let's get into the next tune. And this will be perfect because it'll give you guys a little taste for next week's show. We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel was released as a single on September 18th, 1989, and later released as part of Joel's album Stormfront on October 17, 1989. A list song, its fast-paced lyrics include a series of brief references to 119 significant political, cultural, scientific, and sporting events between 1949, the year of Joel's birth, and 1989, in mainly chronological order. We Didn't Start the Fire was nominated for the Grammy Award for Record of the Year, and in late 1989 became Joel's third single to reach number 1 in the United States Billboard Hot 100. Stormfront became Joel's third album to reach number 1 in the US. The tune, particularly in the 21st century, has become the basis of many pop culture parodies and continues to be repurposed in various television shows, advertisements, and comedic productions. Despite its early success, Joel later noted his dislike of the song musically, and it was critically panned as one of his worst by later generations of music critics. So there's some facts for the song there. Now coming up next, Alec and Kylie will talk and get you ready for next week's Vinyl in Your Pocket with more detail on what to expect. But for now, it's Billy Joel with We Didn't Start the Fire.
Truman, Doris Day, Red China, Johnny Ray, South Pacific, Walter Winchell, Joe DiMaggio, Joe McCarthy, Richard Nixon, Studebaker, Television, North Korea, South Korea, Marilyn Monroe. Rosenberg, Sage Bomb, Sugar Ray, Pan John Brando, the King and I, and the Catcher in the Rye, Eisenhower vaccine, England's got a new queen, Marciano, Liberace, Satire, goodbye. We didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire, no we didn't light it, but we tried to fight it. Joseph Stalin, Alan Cobb, Nasser and Prokofiev, Rockefeller, Campanella, Communist Bloc, Roy Cohn, one for on, Toscanini, Dacron, Gin, Food Falls, rock around the clock. Einstein, James Dean, Brooklyn's got a winning team, Davy Crockett, Peter Pan, Elvis Presley, Disneyland, Bardo, Budapest, Alabama, Khrushchev, Princess Grace, Peyton Place, trouble in the Suez. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world been turning. We didn't start the fire, no we didn't light it, but we tried to fight it. Little Rock, Pastor Mac, Mickey Mantle, Carol Westbrook, Nick, Joe and I, Bridge on the River Kwai, Lebanon, Charles de Gaulle, California baseball star, when the homicide, children of the little mile. Buddy Holly, Ben Hur, Space Monkey, Mafia, Hula Hoops, Castro, Enter No Go, U2, Cinnamon Reed, Paola and Kennedy, Chubby Checker, Psycho, Belgians and the Congo. We didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire, no we didn't light it, but we tried to fight it. Hemingway, Eichmann, Stranger in the Strange Land, Dylan, Berlin, Bay of Pigs Invasion, Lawrence of Arabia, British Beatlemania, Ole Miss, John Glenn, Distant Beats, Allison, Pope Paul, Malcolm X, British politician, sex, JFK, blown away. What else do I have to say? We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world was turning. We didn't start the fire. No, we didn't light it, but we tried to fight it. But control of Ho Chi Minh, Richard Nixon back again, moonshine. shop with stock, Watergate, punk rock, Bacon, Reagan, Palestine, terror on the airline, Ayatollahs in Iran, Russians in Afghanistan, Wheel of Fortune, Sally Ride, heavy metal, suicide, foreign debts, homeless vets, AIDS, crack, burning gets, hypodermics on the shore, China's under martial law, rock and roller, cola wars, I can't take it anymore. We didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world was turning. We didn't start the fire, but when we were gone, it still went on and on and on and on and on and on. We didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world was turning. We didn't start the fire, no we didn't rain, turn the fire. We didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world was turning. We didn't start the fire, no we didn't rain, turn the fire. We didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world was turning. We didn't start the fire, no we didn't rain, turn the fire. We didn't start the fire.
All right, welcome back, everybody. There, little Billy Joel, and we didn't start the fire. Well, I don't know about this next segment, but I can say that this is going to be interesting. Kylie wants to call me out on some stuff, and I told her absolutely go for it, have at it. I'll kind of lead you in here. It's very funny because we were talking about this. I don't know how we got into this the other day, but talking about Ava's British accent, and I thought, oh hey, how funny would it be to make a British version of Ava Conklin? So have her, have a of course, AI version of Ava Conklin, and have it be all British. So just imagine how funny that would be. And it kind of went a little ham over that. And I told you how I said I was going to do that. Well, I didn't end up doing that. I was very lazy the next day.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yep, that's the way it be.
Let it be.
Oh, dang. You threw a Beatles pun at me. Well, I threw a Mac Miller pun at you.
You did. You
Holler. No comment.
No.
Well, that's no surprise.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow. You weren't doing so great with the joke last night.
Explain. Do tell.
He missed like 4 puns, and he loves to joke, but last night you weren't doing so good.
4 apparent puns that she made.
Yeah, and you failed.
There should just be a whole vinyl in your pocket that's just nothing but puns.
I wouldn't be able to handle that.
Oh, guys, I think we're gonna have to get Kylie on for that show too.
And then you're singing.
Oh yeah, well hey, I was in a meditative state last night, so that's why.
Excuse.
That is why it was. That's why it sounded awful.
There's no excuse for that.
I was laying down. I can't lay down. I can't sing while laying down. Can you?
No, I could try. Better than you, probably.
Oh, damn. Wow.
You mean dang?
That's true. Vinyl in your pocket has just turned into a roast fest. You got to keep in mind, Ava's watching over both of us, technically.
I know.
The way that she's up there on the...
on that cat tower.
Well, it first happened because I first propped her up on behind the computer, and then, it was funny. And then Shelby's like, "Oh, she's gonna be staring you down for the show," and you're like, "Oh, I don't know if I want that."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, well, I do. I think it'd be kind of funny." So we had the novel idea to put Ava up in the cat tower.
She looks pretty good there.
If you guys want to see a picture of what this looks like, Facebook, feel free to check out my Facebook. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel. Now I know, Kylie, you like some country music. Is it your main genre is country, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Is there any other genres that you like? I mean, what you're kind of listening to? Like what's your kind of music that you just, was there a type of music that you don't really care for, but you'll listen to it if it's on?
I mean, yeah.
Besides Justin Bieber, no, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I kind of listen to everything. I'm
Yeah.
not really into like the metal or like rap.
Like screamo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, if it's on, I'll listen to it, but it's not my favorite.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Yeah, it's funny because we were talking earlier, and I was like, talking about how with country music, how I didn't really like it in the beginning,
Yeah.
but yeah, I dig it.
You're getting into it.
Getting into it.
You're welcome.
There's Memory Lane, which is good,
Yes.
and then I forget what the other one is that I came across, but it's
Yeah.
really good.
You were playing Luke Combs earlier.
Luke Combs, yeah, Luke
He's good.
Combs. Yep,
He's good.
Hurricane is a really good one.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty good deal. Yeah, so pretty sweet deal. Now, what are your thoughts on Billy Joel and We Didn't Start the Fire, and just what are your overall thoughts so far, and just even last week's show? I mean, let's chat.
He's good. The song was good to listen to.
Yeah.
Last week was good too. Had me dancing a little bit to some of the songs.
Okay, I'm curious. What songs were you dancing to?
I can't even remember.
Evo, Whip It, Blondie,
I
Call
think
Me.
Blondie and like Whip It.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of hard not to dance to it.
Yeah. Well, it's really funny because I was last night when I was putting the stuff together for the show, I had told you how many tracks are in this playlist total. Is 16 tracks total.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's crazy. And I had the novel idea of looking at. Oh yeah. Hey guys, the window's open. It's funny because we were talking last night, and I had the interesting question of what out of all of Ava's playlists, what playlist has the most songs in her playlist?
Yeah.
And we're gonna get to the bottom of that tonight. I think that'll be really entertaining. It's really funny because I also made the joke of the person that liked to analyze music is now the one being analyzed for her music. So that's the way it is. It's the way it is. So yeah, We Didn't Start the Fire is really good. I think it's a classic. Anytime you hear it, you know it. It's just one of those songs that it's a staple in any classic rock
Definitely.
repertoire, but also it's been used in so many commercials, so many movies, but also it's really cool to see the Fall Out Boy. They did a recent cover of it not too long ago, and that was a really good cover as well. So yeah, I'm really impressed with just how that song's really stood the test of time to this day. And as we look at that, we get into next week's Billy Joel themed show, which is going to be pretty fun. We're going to be playing The Stranger by Billy Joel on vinyl. Potentially that'll be a broadcast, a remote show. Hopefully Joe will hopefully be on for that show as well. So, and I just want to, oh yeah, you're going to love picking on me about this. We will be from St. Albans, not Georgia. It's really funny. I think it's really funny because Joe decided to just now tell me, like towards the bitter end of the show, that we're in St. Albans and not Georgia. And I said to Joe, Joe, how did you not pick up on the fact that Ava first said, "Hey, everybody, welcome to Georgia"? How did she not pick up on that?
I guess she wasn't paying attention.
I guess not. And the amount of times that Ava said Georgia that night, it's just like, it's great. So for new listeners, I just want to let people know who Ava Conklin is. That what you guys are like, oh my god, who's Ava Conklin? Oh, I said her name weirdly there. But you know what? That's funny because with the Arctic Gorilla show, I was like, I when I first said her name, I was like, I like tripped over it. It's great. I wasn't tripping. No, I wasn't on shrooms when I did it though, so that doesn't count. No, but Ava Conklin, really a good friend of mine, really good friend of mine from college, and she loved records, she loved music, and let's just say things happen, you know. I'll put it to the simplest and respectfulest of terms, but carrying on her legacy, carrying on her what she loved to do, and that's playing records and of course talking about records. You know, with the ability of technology and AI, we've been able to get Ava on a show and to have her talk and give facts on these records and these tunes with AI. And the power of that, of course, that would not be possible had it not been for her actual vocal track that we have. And I kind of want to refresh, not refresh, but I want to play you guys her actual original studio session, just to give you guys an idea compared to her AI and what that sounds like. And actually, Kyle, it'll be interesting to get your thoughts on this. You know, just to compare the AI versus her original, because I think that'll really give people an idea for what we're working with and what we continue to work with. So let me, here we go. We'll go back to here. So coming up in a bit, we're going to get into another announcement. This announcement is for any Beatles fan, you're going to want to be here for this. This is a really cool thing that we'll get into coming up in a few. As I'm pulling up Ava's profile. Ava. Oops, hold on. There's so many Ava Conklin files in here. It's crazy. Oh, you know what? I'm in the wrong folder here. I'm there, but I'm not. Promo, Ava Conklin radio imaging, Ava Conklin radio. Oh boy. All right, I think it's, yeah, here it is. All right, so here's Ava's original studio session, just to give you guys an idea with compared to her AI. Check this out. I think this is really cool.
From Mayday Parade to We the Kings, we play it all. This is Wolf Den Network. This is the Wolf Den Network. From Paramore, Billie Eilish to All Time Low, we play it all. You're tuned in to the Wolf Den Network. We play all the artists that make up the alternative genre.
That is her original vocal track, taken from August 22nd. No, 23rd, something like that. But yeah, what are your thoughts compared to, you know, that compared to her AI?
It kind of sounds similar almost, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really it's mind-boggling. And I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. What's really crazy is the fact that I can actually record something and I can convert it into her vocals and it still sounds good.
I guess. That's what you say.
Oh, dang. Getting roasted over here, guys. Getting majorly roasted, and I don't know how to feel about this. I really don't know how to feel about this. You're like, oh. No comment.
I really don't feel bad for you.
Wow. All right, I know who I'm not letting borrow my records.
Wow.
If you ever get a record player.
Wow. Say, I need to get a record player first.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe someday.
Yep. No comment.
No.
That's nothing unusual.
Wow.
Jeepers.
Creepers.
Hey! You finish each other's sentences.
Right?
It's great. I love it.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I think it's been really, really interesting to say the least. Oh man. Yay. Oh, we got to talk about this too. St. Patrick's Day. Quite the you had quite the time.
Maybe.
We're gonna get into that coming up in a bit as well. As some of you may know, Ava loved St. Patrick's Day, and for those of you that have tuned into the broadcast for the Arctic Gorillas show, and that's episode 38. If you guys want to check that out on the podcast feed. That is the original broadcast I did with Ava, but that was you may remember that Ava talked about how she's part Irish, and how she likes to do a little Irish jig, as she said, and I think it's just really interesting. So we're gonna talk a little about St. Patrick's Day and get into that a little bit. I didn't do much. Mine was pretty boring, but we'll get into that coming up in a few minutes. Right here on Vinyl in Your Pocket. Again, 802-582-1050, Facebook.com/Vinyl in Your Pocket, Instagram.com/Vinyl in Your Pocket. Feel free to give a follow, give a shout out, and would love to hear from you as we continue rocking and rolling right here on your Wednesday evening. Let's see what we got from Ava here.
Hey, sick of listening to the same old digital grind? Vinyl in Your Pocket leaves the rest behind. Modern English with I Melt With You here on a Wednesday evening.
All right. Hang on a second, guys. Hey, something else you can pick on me about. So we're gonna play right now. We're gonna play some modern English, and I Melt With You. I'm gonna pull up Ava's playlist again. I'm gonna get out of the original vocal tracks here. I forgot that I organized a show like this in a way. It's tricky, doing Ava's playlist, doing Ava's playlist shows like this. It's tricky because I'm not used to, there's so many formats with this show. We're doing some digital, we're doing vinyl, obviously mostly vinyl, right? But it's interesting when you look at, where we, where we've kind of gone here. All right, so we're gonna do some modern English, and I Melt With You. Before we get to some more facts here from Ava, right here for your Wednesday evening, let's get into this here. And this is a song that pretty classic. It's quite a classic, if I say so myself. So here we go. Vinyl in Your Pocket. We're live from Beecher Falls, Vermont. I'm Alec Wolf alongside Ava Conklin and Kylie. Thanks for tuning in and spinning.
Moving forwards, using all my breath. Making love to you was never second best. I saw the world crashing all around your face. Never really knowing it was always mesh and lace. I stop the world and melts with you. You've seen the difference lives, the kind which never hates. Trapped in a state of imaginary grace. I made a pilgrimage to save this human race. Never comprehending the race had long gone by. I'll stop the world it melts with you. You've seen the difference, and it's getting better all the time. There's nothing you and I won't do. I'll stop the world and melt for you. The future's open wide. I'll stop the world and melt for you. I've seen some changes, but it's getting better all the time. There's nothing you and I won't do. I'll stop the world and melt for you. The future's open wide. I'll stop the world and melt for you. You've seen the difference, and it's getting better all the time. There's nothing you and I won't do. I'll stop the world and melt for you. I'll stop the world and melt for you. I'll stop the world and melt for you. I'll stop the world and melt for you.
Hey, sick of listening to the same old digital grind? Vinyl in your pocket leaves the rest behind. Modern English with I Melt With You here on a Wednesday evening. The song, produced by Hugh Jones, was the second single from their 1982 album After the Snow. It became the band's most successful single, largely in the United States, where it was featured in the film Valley Girl and on MTV. It reached number 7 on Billboard's mainstream rock chart in 1983, and a re-release reached number 76 on its Hot 100 chart in 1990, after reaching number 78. All right, now on to The Doors and People Are Strange. It appears on the band's second studio album, Strange Days, released in September 1967. The song was written by The Doors vocalist Jim Morrison and guitarist Robbie Krieger, although all of the band are credited on the sleeve note. The track was first released with Unhappy Girl as the B-side. It peaked at number 12 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. And actually, why don't we go back to back for these next two tracks? Rebel Rebel by David Bowie. It was released in the UK on February 15th, 1974 by RCA Records as the lead single from the album Diamond Dogs. Written and produced by Bowie, the song is based around a distinctive guitar riff reminiscent of the Rolling Stones. Cited as his most covered track, Rebel Rebel has been described as Bowie's farewell to the glam rock movement that he had helped initiate, as well as being a proto-punk track. Two versions of the song were recorded: the well-known UK single release and the shorter US single release, which featured added background vocals, extra percussion, and a new arrangement. Upon its release, the song was a commercial success, peaking at number 5 on the UK singles chart and number 64 on the US Billboard Hot 100. The song received critical acclaim for its central guitar riff and strength as a glam anthem. Several publications consider it to be one of Bowie's greatest songs. It was performed live by Bowie during many of his concert tours and since appeared on many compilation albums. It was remastered in 2016 as part of the Who Can I Be Now 1974-1976 box set. So now, here's Rebel Rebel, followed by People Are Strange. Thanks for tuning in to Vinyl in Your Pocket.
Sure if you're a boy or a girl. Hey babe, your hair's alright. Hey babe, let's go out tonight. You like me and I like it all. We like dancing and we love it fine. You love bands when they play it hard. You want more and you want it more. Put you down, say I'm gone. It's everything. Damn on. Rebel, rebel, put on your dress. Rebel, rebel, your face is a mess. Rebel, rebel, how could they know? Hot tramp, I love you so. Got your mother in a whirl, 'cause she's not sure if you're a boy or a girl. Hey babe, your hair's alright. Hey babe, let's stay out tonight. You like me and I like it all. We like dancing and we look divine. You love bands when they play it hard. You want more and you want it fast. They put you down, they say I'm wrong. You take a thing, you put them on. Rebel, rebel, you torn your dress. Rebel, rebel, your face is a mess. Rebel, rebel, how could they know? Hot tramp, I love you so. Rebel, rebel, you torn your dress. Rebel, rebel, your face is a mess. Rebel, rebel, how could they know? Hot tramp, I love you so. You torn your dress, your face is a mess. You can't get enough, but enough ain't the test. Transmission and your live wire. You got your fuel line and a handful of blues. You want to be there when they count up the dudes. And I love your dress. You're a juvenile success. Because your face is a mess. So how could they know? I said, how could they know? So what you wanna know? You live in this job, what you wanna know? What can I do for you? Wish I could be there too. 'Cause you torn your dress. And your face is a mess. Ooh, your face is a mess. So how could they know? How could they know?
Vinyl in Your Pocket. It's the sound of the soul on the radio's control.
Wow. All right. Vinyl in your pocket here on a Wednesday evening. This is an interesting vibe of what's happening off the air. So Kylie made us pretty slamming dinner tonight. Hey, there's a ladybug. I don't know how many ladybugs I've found here tonight during the show.
You.
Every single time, and it's funny because every time I've mentioned it, like every time I feel like I've off the air, at least when I've mentioned Ava, there's been a ladybug that has hit me or has like landed on me. I don't know what that means. Ava, if you're trying to tell me something, if you're just saying, hey, what's up? What's up?
They're sending you good vibes.
Yeah. Anyway, one of the vibes tonight is eating garlic bread during the show. It's great. I love it. It's a vibe. I hope this is recording. I hope it is. I'm gonna be disappointed if it's not. Anyway, I love that song there. That's a really great tune.
Yes.
What do you think?
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is this kind of like you were saying earlier? Is this the kind of music you'd listen to? If it was just on, it's not something you'd put on per se, but if it was on, you'd listen to it.
I would. Yeah.
Kind of bop your head up and down.
I know about that, but I listen. I don't know if I would get that into it, but
I mean, that's fair.
yeah.
Okay. let's for those of you guys, let's take a trip down memory lane for a second for folks that listen to the evening variety show on the 27th. Fair music. I got to talk about fair music. What is your like? What artist for a fair would you want to go see at a fair besides Justin Bieber? Because I know you've already said Justin Bieber.
That's right.
Nothing wrong with that, of course. But
Right. Who would I see?
who would you want to go see? Who would you want to go see?
I don't know why, but Lady and
Lady Antebellum.
yeah, for some reason I don't know why, but she's coming to my head right now.
They came to Vermont a couple years ago. They were pretty good,
Yeah.
although they were really loud. Apparently,
Oh, really?
they were really loud.
Oh.
So
I wouldn't mind seeing them in concert or at the fair.
yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
For me,
There's so many choices.
Barry Manilow, Shakira. I think I mentioned that earlier. Shakira, Barry Manilow, All Time Low, of course. Mayday Parade, Gorillas.
You can't pick all of these. You gotta pick one.
This is.
I know it's hard.
I don't know.
You can't pick all of those. That's too many.
I have no idea.
If you had to pick one, what would your top one be?
Wow. Oh God. I'm gonna have to go with All Time Low.
I knew it.
I have to go with All Time Low.
I knew
Love you, Gorillas. Love you, Mac Miller. But I just it's got to be All Time Low.
I knew it.
I love All Time Low. They are my go-to jam. It's great shit. Makes me kick incredibly dope shit. Mac Miller reference. Aha.
Should we tell everybody that you have like a poster of all your favorite bands?
Oh yeah. I got 2 All Time Low posters. I need a Mayday Parade poster. Although I have a Mayday Parade banner, so that counts.
There you go.
So I have Mayday Parade banner. I have All Time Low poster. I got a Gorillaz poster. I got a Beatles poster. I got a Mac Miller. Yeah, Mac Miller poster. Beatles, Gorillaz, All Time Low, Mayday Parade banner. It's really funny because this actually segues into a really good topic for a future show. My dad got me some records. And one of the things he got me was a copy of the White Album. And with that copy of the White Album, it came with a poster of the Beatles. And so I haven't hung any of them up yet, any of the posters up. And for those of you that have been, which is technically only Emily and Kylie, although Kylie, I know the Gorillaz poster was up, but I don't think the Mac Miller poster was up. And I know the All Time Low poster is up. But it's funny because anybody that has been there, you'll know that there's some posters up there. But I need to get the Beatles poster up there, and I need to get the Mac Miller poster back up there, but also the Gorillaz poster. I was messing with the Beatles record last night, and the Gorillaz poster fell, so I need to put it back up. It just wasn't a feel good ink vibe. That's why the poster didn't stay up. But that's all right. Maybe I should have put some strobe lights on it and it would have stayed up. Who knows? What are you doing with the mic over there? You pulling Ava Conklin and holding the mic?
No, it fell off.
Called out Ava once again.
I wonder what your next poster would be.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what.
I see a theme going here.
Wait, what? A theme?
Yeah.
Meaning
they're like all your favorite bands.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling your next one's gonna be one of your favorite bands again.
But do you know what that favorite band would be?
It could be a couple.
Oh. I'm surprised you don't have any posters up here. In here.
I used to when I was younger.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Would you?
I would try it.
Yeah.
I have signs now instead of posters.
Hey. Well, I love your house because there's smiley faces everywhere.
Oh yeah.
It really represents you well.
Yeah.
Smiley. Smiley Kylie. It's better than me saying curly Kylie.
Don't start.
Guys, you want to know the backstory behind this? This is great. Oh, she's getting red. All right, this is funny, and then we'll get to some Beatles news. But this is funny because Kylie has curly hair, right? She's and has brown curly hair, and I made the joke with her. I said, "I'm gonna put you in my phone as Curly Kylie."
Not liking that. Not liking it. No. You have too many nicknames for me.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's great.
Smiley Kylie and Curly Kylie.
I gotta think of some for you.
Oh, you don't. You have none.
Actually.
Oh boy, here we go. Let's hear this.
Shelly made up one for you the other day.
Shelby, if you're tuning in, wait. Like like when I wasn't in the car, she made it up.
Maybe.
Let's hear it. Is it good?
I mean, it fits you.
Oh, okay.
I think she called you like, what was it, like music boy or music guy, something like
Music
that.
guy, music boy.
Something like that. Something to do with music.
Oh my god.
It's a running like joke that we have.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
I gotta put some more thought into some other ones though.
It's very fitting. I'm very terrified. You know why I'm terrified?
Because it's accurate.
Oh! Ava Conklin vibes all around. By the way, that's becoming. Guys, there's some neighbors across. You have some neighbors, and I think they just reacted to what we just said.
I think so.
I think that's great.
That's awesome.
Without even knowing who Ava Conklin is.
Right?
Watch them. Actually, we did know who Ava Conklin was.
No.
No, I doubt it. No, but it's just funny because they reacted as soon as I was like, Ava Conklin vibes all around.
I wonder if that was on purpose or not.
I don't even know. Or I'm just hearing things. No, you heard it too, right?
I heard it. Oh,
yeah.
no, I heard it.
Dude, that was so wild.
That was loud and clear.
That was loud and clear. That was terrifying but accurate. Yeah, but that's become an inside joke now. If I say that something's terrifying, Kylie automatically goes, but it's accurate.
I'm just honoring Ava. So.
Jeepers.
Creepers.
Holy shit. This is great. Okay. This is great. I love this.
Yes, it is. It's awesome.
Oh shit. Okay. Speaking of Ava Conklin, it's all shits and giggles until somebody giggles and shits, never the other way around. Yes, you can thank her for that one too. Kylie's just gonna take everything and just gonna. Okay, this is so fucking terrifying because I'm saying the same exact thing that I said during the Arctic Gorilla show. But anyway, Kylie's just gonna take everything and say thank you. I appreciate that.
Maybe.
This is terrifying. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this.
Yeah, but it's fun at the same time.
Wow. All right. So, Beatles show. We're doing a Beatles show in a couple weeks. And we're gonna be playing a live album by the Beatles. My reaction last night, Kylie. Oh my goodness! If you could have seen my reaction.
I wish I could have.
I was going through some my dad had dropped off some records for me that he picked up late Christmas present, but that's all right. But he got me 3 Beatles records, 2 live Beatles albums and a copy of the White Album. And I had I still don't know a lot. There's a lot of Beatles songs that I still don't know out there. But I was going through and I was like, oh, this is a live album, but what artist? I picked up the needle and moved it over to like a little bit of a groove and heard A Hard Day's Night. And my chair went flying. That is like the best way I can describe. My chair went flying and I was like, oh my God, it's the Beatles live album. You know what's even better? It's the Beatles live from the Hollywood Bowl, which is really exciting.
Mhm.
I did not even know they had that on vinyl. And that is just, it's going to be a great show. So that show, ladies and gentlemen, goes down April 2nd, 3rd? No, April 2nd. I think that's whatever that first Tuesday in April, for whatever that first Wednesday in April is. So 2 weeks from now, because next week is the end of March.
Wow.
Crazy.
That's crazy. Like you.
Wow. Man, feel like I might just have to leave the show to you and Ava for the rest of the night.
No. No way.
It's going to be the Ava and Kylie show.
I mean, that would be interesting.
Ava
but...
Conklin and Kylie Tracy.
I
I feel like if you say that really fast, you could get tongue-tied. Ava Conklin and Kylie? Maybe. No, I don't think so, actually. Kylie and Ava Conklin? I don't know.
Well, you're not using my last name, just the first name.
It's true. Hey, I learned from my mistakes from the Arctic Gorilla show when I tried doing a commercial break and I was going really fast and I butchered Ava's name during the commercial break or like right before the commercial break because I was like, I'm Alec Wolf alongside Ava and she's like, just say Ava. Ava, I'm still saying Ava Conklin.
And he's still messing up.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
You don't have evidence.
I'll get some.
No, you don't. You don't have any evidence.
I'll find some.
Okay. Good luck.
I don't
Have
need-
fun going through 70 or so episodes.
I don't need any luck.
There's a lot of ladybugs to give you luck. No comment.
No.
Wow. Yeah, no. Regardless of what Kylie tells you, I have not butchered Ava's last name at all during this show.
Not yet, at least.
It won't happen. I've learned.
Okay.
I've learned.
It's bound to happen. at
I've
some
said it
point.
so many times that it's just like it's nice. It works.
Mhm.
So Beatles show in 2 weeks. It's gonna be a fun show. Why don't we get you ready for that show? And play some Beatles. Because I think that's just the vibe for this deal. And then we will get to some more. We'll get to one more round of facts here from Ava. Okay. Hey, look at that. I don't have to go anywhere. It's all right here. We're already in Ava's playlist. Oh, we don't want Mac Miller. We want Beatles. All right. What do you know? What is a Beatles song that you like? I mean, there's got to be a Beatles song out there that you like. Maybe.
You're gonna be surprised when I say.
Okay, go ahead.
We talk about it all the time. Does that give any hints?
Help.
No. Let it be.
Oh, you like Let It Be?
Yeah, I do. I would have to hear the Beatles like sing to know a song.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. That
Yeah.
is fair. All right. Well, why don't we do that then? Let's play Beatles for you and Let It Be right here on a Wednesday evening. Get you ready for our Beatles show. Coming up next, more facts from Ava, and I guess we'll come back on and we'll talk a little Let It Be. Why not, right? I think there's a really good message in that song. I also want to talk about another song too that we're not playing on the show tonight, but I want to talk about it just to bring it up because I think it's music and Ava loved talking music, and that's just the kind of vibe I'm feeling tonight. So here's a little Beatles for you, and Let It Be right here on Vinyl in Your Pocket. I'm Alec Wolf alongside Ava Conklin and Kylie. See, I haven't butchered it. Off vinyl, too.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. But though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Yeah, there will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be. Well, there will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be. Well, there will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be. It's the word of wisdom, let it be.
Beatles there, and Let It Be right here on a Wednesday evening. Keep in mind, we're still on Ava's. We are still on Ava. Well, technically, we're now really hitting all Ava's vibes. So yeah, it's just one of those things. I love that song. That's got a great message.
Yes,
What are your thoughts on that?
that's a very good song. Definitely has a good vibe to it.
Yeah, yeah. It's really cool because actually, Paul McCartney, when he had written that song, he actually had a dream that he had in the dream he had seen his mother or something like that,
Yeah.
and he had written, or he, in the dream, he had talked about, oh, this is going to be a fun topic actually. He had talked about how in the dream he had seen his mother, and she had told him to not worry and just let it be.
Oh,
And he woke up the next morning and decided to write that song, all
that's
just
really
out of pure inspiration.
that's really cool.
And I want to kind of take that a little further, because I've done a lot of research into this, and I've it's really cool because when we get and I've talked a lot about this on the show in the past with signs and stuff, and spirit signs, and people communicating from the other side. But when we have a dream of somebody that has passed on, that is actually them visiting. When we get chills, and when we get chills and we think of someone or whatever, and when we think of somebody and we get a sudden urge to call them, or they call us, we think about, that is our intuition. And it's really cool because I've not really tapped into this until really a couple months ago. And I've really started to connect with it. Particularly Ava's energy. I've really been able to pick up on her energy. Not so much my grandparents, but it's subtle. But the more and more that you work at it, the better and better it's gonna get. Uh, but I just think it's such a cool thing that Ava had always said, we're all energy, we are all connected, and we really truly are. I think it's a really cool thing. There's a psychic medium, Blair Robertson, and Matt Frazier, August Gonzalez. Just to name some of the three top psychic mediums in the country, in my opinion, and many people's opinions, actually. Some bestseller books out there as well about mediumship and the afterlife and communication. I just want people to understand that love never dies. Um, it may be that our physical body is not here, whatever, but the reality is love never dies. Energy never dies. We are all energy at the end of the day. We all have the ability to connect with one another, and it is no different with those on the other side. We all have the ability to connect with each other, and I think it's such a cool thing. And it's like, we have to relearn it. Some of us have to relearn it. Some of us are natural at it, but at the end of the day, we all have this ability to connect with everything, in a way, in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, I know, Kylie. Have you ever sat there and put your fingers not together completely, but held them kind of a little together, kind of close together, but just kind of like, so that there's a little bit of distance in between them?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
No.
So what I want you to do right now, take your hands and put and people at home, whatever, however you're listening to this episode, if you're listening to this episode, wherever you're doing this, make sure you're not driving, first of all. Be safe, guys. But wherever you are, do this with us. So what I want you to do, and what I want everybody to do, is put your hands in front of you and point it and do it, and put your hands together, not together so that they're touching, but so that they're mere inches apart. Okay. What you should be feeling is a magnetic type feel, like a almost like a magnetic pull, right?
Mm-hmm.
Almost like you're almost heat, like a heat sensation. That makes sense?
It does, actually.
Okay. What you are feeling right now is your aura, your energy. Okay. We all have energy. We all have aura. Trees have auras. Living things have auras. All things have auras, right? What you are feeling is your energy. When spirits come and connect with us, and we get messages from the other side, that is exactly what it is that we're feeling. When we have deja vu moments, that is exactly what it is. You put your hands together, mere distances apart. And if you can feel like a kind of like a vibration almost, think of it as like a vibration that you should be feeling, like a magnetic pull. That is your own personal energy. Okay. Then what you do, you take that energy, pull your fingers apart, and then what you can do is and you have to really meditate to do this. But if you pull your fingers apart after doing this, if you can connect with your energy first, then you can connect with other people's energy and those from the other side. Now, obviously, you have to have had a physical connection in this world with that person, right? Like, you're not just going to connect with Michael Jackson or Elvis Presley automatically. You would have had to have known them, right? Now, what I will say, Joe had talked to me about this a couple weeks ago. She had said that during the show, during that show that we did with Nirvana, she had felt Ava's presence. Now, not knowing Ava, not meeting Ava, she was able to pick up on Ava's energy. Like, she felt like there was somebody else in the room with us, even though that we were the only ones physically present. Oh, I just felt a tap on my shoulder. I shit you not.
Wow.
And it's really interesting that, she said that after I'd left, she said she'd felt like, she felt Ava's spirit leave. But it's interesting. It's really, really cool. But again, I want to remind everybody that if you want to connect, if there's anybody out there that wants to connect with really your higher self, you want to do some healing, do some stuff. There's great videos online. There's great stuff on YouTube. Ava's got a frequencies playlist, actually. And this might actually not be a bad idea to do for a vinyl in your pocket, is to do a whole show where we just talk about meditation and we talk about the auras and the chakras that we all feel and that we can all feel. Just using Ava's playlist for her frequencies playlist, because for some of you that might know, Ava was a huge spiritual person. And it is, what was that? Did you hear that?
No,
That was weird.
I didn't hear anything.
I don't know what I just heard. I heard something weird. It was like I don't know.
I don't know.
But anyway, we are all energy. So I think it's a really, really cool thing. Anyways, speaking of Ava, we are going to get back to some more facts. We're gonna get to one more round of facts here, actually. And we're gonna go from there. So let's get into talking about the song off of Ava's playlist we just played. It was Love Will Tear Us Apart. Ava's got facts for us for that tune, and she'll get into the last song here for tonight. Ava, take it away, my friend.
From jazz to rock and everything in between. Vinyl in your pocket, the best you've ever seen. So let's get into one more round of facts for tonight. The song we just played, Love Will Tear Us Apart by Joy Division, was released on June 27th, 1980 as a non-album single. The lyrics were inspired by lead singer Ian Curtis's marital problems and struggles with epilepsy. The single was released the month after his suicide. The song was certified double platinum in the UK, selling and streaming over 1,200,000 units, and has an ongoing legacy as a defining song of the era. In 2002, NME named Love Will Tear Us Apart as the greatest single of all time, while Rolling Stone named it one of the 500 greatest songs ever in 2004, 2010, and 2021. And the final tune, Kids in America by Kim Wilde, was released in the United Kingdom as her debut single in January 1981, and in the United States in spring 1982. later appearing on her self-titled debut studio album, largely inspired by the synth pop style in Gary Newman. The song reached number 2 on the UK singles chart for 2 weeks and number 1 in Finland and South Africa, and charted in the top 10 of many European charts as well as Australia and New Zealand. In North America, it became the first top 40 hit, reaching the top 40 in Canada and the United States. It was certified gold in the United Kingdom, South Africa, Australia, and Sweden, and has sold over 3 million copies worldwide. The song has been covered by many artists from different genres. So coming up next, we'll give our final overall thoughts and wrap things up here on location from Beecher Falls. But now, here is Kids in America by Kim Wilde.
Looking out a dirty old window, down below the cars in the city go rushing by. I sit here alone and I wonder why. Friday night and everyone's moving. I can feel the heat, but it's soothing, heading down. I search for the beat in this dirty downtown, the young without going. Downtown, the young without going. We're the kids in America. We're the kids in America. Everybody lives for the music around. Bright lights and music is fast. Good boy, don't check on your watch, not another glance. I'm not leaving now, honey, not a chance. Hot shot, give me no problem. So much later, baby, you'll be saying never mind. You know life is cruel, life is never kind. I will make a new story. I will gravity glory. We're the kids in America. We're the kids in America. Everybody lives for the music around. Honey, that's right. Got to get a brand new experience, feeling right. Oh, don't try to stop, baby, hold me tight. Outside a new day is born. Outside suburbia is crawling everywhere. I don't want to go, baby. New York to East California. There's a new one coming, I warn ya. We're the kids in America. We're the kids in America. Everybody lives for the music around.
All right, Kids of America, right here on a Wednesday evening. Vinyl in your pocket as we get ready to wrap things up here from Beecher Falls, Vermont. Look at that. Got a location right.
You did.
Holler. This first of all, what I think of when I hear that song, I think of the Jonas Brothers, Kids of the Future. I think it's a really interesting thing. Because obviously the melody's the same, and just, everything about it is the same. I think that's a really good rendition though. The Kim Wilde, I think it's really cool. Every time I think Kim, I think like Kim Possible. Remember that show?
Yes, that was a good show.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I got to say about that. I like this. This has been a very like chilled out show.
It's been fun.
Yeah. I think it's been a nice variety of tunes and
Yes.
all this. Oh, before we go, we have to get to the bottom of which of Ava's playlists is the longest. We cannot forget about doing that. Hold on. We're going to go to Ava's profile, and I'm going to pull this up here on my phone. Let's see. Ava. Pull up here thing here. I'm gonna give you my phone and have you look at this. Let's see. On a vibe. All right, so go to Ava. I love how Ava's got a smiley face on her profile.
hmm
It fits her so well. See all playlists. All right. So feel free to. We're gonna analyze real quick here Ava's Spotify and see which playlist is the longest.
What do you want me to do? Just
You should be able to click on the playlist and see what. Just go down and click on each playlist and see which one is the longest. I'm not sure. Or is it going to be tricky? So far, we have 16 songs for the 80s film. And a couple of others on there too, I think, that are pretty long.
I think I missed. What
What would you do?
I don't know. Clicked on something.
It's really interesting to say the least.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Let's
see.
There's some backing music. That way this is not just dead silence. So you try to find this. If we can't figure it out, maybe this is an answer for next week's show.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
Are you able to click on each playlist? Like, are you able to click on a playlist and then
I can
click out?
on something, but
What'd you click on?
I have no idea.
Oh boy.
This might have to be for next week.
All right, we're gonna figure the.
Yeah.
All right, it's a mission for next week. We're gonna figure out which of Ava's playlists.
It was hard to see too.
That's. I mean, you could turn the brightness up too
Okay.
if you wanted. You want to try to turn the brightness up?
I don't think it's gonna work.
No. Okay. All right. We tried.
Yeah.
We tried. All right, so that is a answer for next week. We'll let you guys ponder on this. Which of Ava's playlists is the longest? Actually, I'll give this to you from what I know from her playlist. There's here's some of the playlists. One of Vibe, 80s films. 80s films doesn't count because we told you there's 16 tracks. All right, so there's One of Vibe, Of Gorillas in a Happy Mood, Mac Baby. Let's see. There's let's see. Get Ready with Flava. There's let's see. Those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. So I'll give you guys those three or four to start with. So again, Of Gorillas in a Happy Mood, Mac Baby, Get Ready with Flava, and One of Vibe. 2000s Party, Bump Along, Ride, Frequencies. So you guys got a couple options, and we'll give you the answer next week. And it might be an answer that we didn't even mention, but yeah. So yeah, there you go. Yeah. Oh, right where we started from is another one. I don't know why I'm just coming up. These are all just falling out of me all of a sudden. But yeah, I know I'm gonna go to bed tonight. And I'm like, oh, that's what the other playlists were for Ava. Yeah, there you go. All right. So overall, a great show. Final thoughts. What are your final thoughts? Anything else you want to bring up?
Just that it's been really fun. Listen to some great music. I know I was hesitant at the beginning, but I think it got better.
You did an absolutely phenomenal job.
Thank you.
You did an absolutely phenomenal job. You know, you were like this with the Mac Miller show too, and you killed it.
Right.
And there was something that you had told me at the end of the show, or like towards the end of the show. Like, I wish I would talk more.
Right.
And I think you've outdone yourself, which is great.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Next week, hopefully Joe will be on with us. Joe Bashan will be hopefully live from St. Albans. And then, yeah, you're laughing. You're still laughing about that mistake there.
Yeah.
You're never going to let that one go, are you?
No.
So that'll be fun. Billy Joel next week on vinyl, and then the week after, Beatles live from the Bollywood, live from the Beatles. 2 weeks from now, live from the Hollywood Bowl as well. There's some couple of things for you coming up down the line. If you have any ideas, any suggestions, feel free to reach out 802-582-1050. Facebook.com/vinyl in your pocket, Instagram/vinyl in your pocket. And if you guys own a vinyl, if you guys own vinyls, if you guys want to part with your vinyls, or a vinyl, I should say, and you want us to give it a spin for vinyl in your pocket, feel free to reach out as well. Be happy to give it a spin and give it some analysis in good old Ava Conklin fashion. Right here for vinyl in your pocket. Alongside Ava Conklin and Kylie, I'm Alec Wolf, live from Beecher Falls, signing off. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Worry less. Live more. Live in the present. We'll talk to you all next week. Until then, see ya.
You've been spinning with Vinyl in Your Pocket, hosted by Alec Wolf and Ava Conklin. For more information or to get in with future broadcasts and to feature a vinyl of your choosing, feel free to get in touch and follow us on Instagram at Vinyl in Your Pocket or Facebook.com/Vinyl in Your Pocket. Thanks for spinning and enjoying this week's episode. Bands and Bands with Alec Wolf and Emily Beckett.
You and Eva had shared music as well, so her language was music. So it's really cool to see how many people she's impacted, like, by sharing that music.
Whether it be, physical by swapping records, or whether it be digital,
online, whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you love something, you're going to share it with the other person.
But